at the airport whilst I was home.
We're gonna take a listening, trying to understand how something like this is even possible, but believe it or not, it's actually quite possible. So we'll be right back, and then we'll give some pointers. You hear more from our recruitment manager. All right.
That was the last time I spoke to him.
Okay,
This
so
is
after
such a
after
emotional
everything has
story.
happened, what have you done? Did you try visiting the?
Oh, I went to his office
Okay.
after a week. The office was closed. I went to Achimota police station to go and report the case, and I helped them with some investigations, chased some 1 or 2 people, and we caught someone in connection. In connection with these people, and then I guess they didn't have evidence, so they left him after a day, because you don't hold someone for bail after 48 hours or something. So they left him, and then that was it.
Wow.
I personally didn't want to, go after this case again, because I had lost it.
And it's very difficult to trace the mobile money transactions as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then Ghana Police Service too, you can't really trust them. I'm not saying they're not competent, but then you can't really trust them. So I just felt I should just let everything go and then move on.
The trust, the embarrassment of having to even go home and then face your family after just being so
When think negative, why did he take the money to go and spend it or use
Exactly.
it for something?
Yeah.
Exactly.
So just to ask you, do you think there's something that he could have done differently within? Because we spend a lot of time providing advice on recruitment. What
Yes.
ways do you
So I
go
think
about
what
it?
happened to Emmanuel can happen to anyone. It can happen to anyone. But he should have done his due diligence by going to the foreign affairs to actually inquire about it. Because if you are not sure of something, why do you actually go into it? And the another mistake that he did was that he should have got physical documents of the proposed visa, offer letter, conference, invitation.
They sent me all that.
I should have gotten the physical to you.
No.
Okay, so you should have seen your ticket and all that.
Yeah, but you had made the payment even before they sent you that, or you were still waiting to make the portion of the payment.
Yeah. After I saw the visa.
After you saw the visa,
I gave him the balance.
And one thing that our viewers should notice that anytime you are embarking, even though I'm not into travel and tour, but one of the key components, another country, but Canada. Okay, a very advanced country. So you have to medical check is very, very important. And also, did you try by any means going to the website of the company to actually verify whether the company is legit? I mean, the travel and tour. Was it a travel and tour company?
Yes, Easy Way. Their name is Easy Way Travel.
Did you try going to their website to verify their authenticity?
I think they didn't give me those details.
No,
yes.
When you type the name of the company in Google or other stuff, you can find, like Adanse, you type Adanse.
Not every company has a website. Okay, but what Seth is saying is, just to be sure, you go to that extent to make sure that they at least exist. Because even if they don't have a website and you put their name in the search engine, something would pop up. So we are not blaming you for anything. Yeah, I just think obviously you're a victim of a scam. But when you're looking for a job, these opportunities, there are ways that you have to exhaust because that's a lot of money.
Yes. So one thing that I think, since immediately you sense scam, you could even request for the business certificates of the company. Okay.
I did when I went there. When I personally went there, I saw they showed it to me the first day I went there.
Proof enough to even have you thinking.
And they sent me evidence of some visas they took recently.
Further investigation. So it's really, really unfortunate.
And what happened to Emmanuel does not only relate to international travels and all that stuff. Even locally, people are taking money for people in there. Our viewers called and he said he watched you on the television station the last time, but you spoke about job fraud and all those stuff. So I asked him, can you share your experience with me? And he was like, oh, just this morning, he has been called to actually come for an interview around somewhere, Kasua. I will not mention the exact location. But he has been asked to come and pay 100 Ghana cedi. For Ghana, they will not take much.
Yeah.
Come and pay 100 Ghana cedi for the job. So he wanted to inquire from us whether you advise him to go or this stuff. And I was straight to him. I said, the labor law does not permit anyone, any employer to take money for promising the person. So I gave him the advice as well.
But I think those 100 cities, those petty money is for register.
But what is stated in the labor, obviously they have to be registered, okay, with the ministry. But if they are not able to get you a job 3 months after you've made that payment or registered with them, they have to give you 50% of the money back. So when you requested for your money, you were right to get that money back, right? But obviously after the 3 months, he had to make that payment to you. But in your case, you realized it was a scam, so it had to be paid. But I just think if you are coming out of your pocket, whether it's 50 cedi, 100 cedi, you have this is a legit. But then you know what? Sometimes it's a legit business, and what happens if they go out comes into place? Like Seth mentioned, you can't track mobile money, but you
actually gave me one. I still have one.
They
gave you a receipt. So now the issue is just you can't even find them. Like where do you find?
But
you
I
went
think
to the office and no one is there.
And I think they've channeled their advertisement to different TV stations.
Wow.
So I think I have one of their contacts. I spoke to them and they sent me the fake visa. The visa was actually fake. So they sent me the fake visa, same to mine. So I knew it was also connected to them.
It's a scam.
And now they are very strict. They'll go like, you have to, how do you call it, take the picture of the passport before you get to their office. Initially, you get there, talk to them, know how.
So now they don't even want you to come to the office to
now they want you to meet them around maybe the more circle, maybe stations, that kind of thing.
They don't have an office now.
I'm sure.
Yeah.
You know, that's why it's really important. You know, we talk a lot about storytelling, and I really, really appreciate you coming and just sharing your story with someone, because what you've done now is, even though you may not be able to recover the money, which is unfortunate, you are saving somebody else from being a victim of the same scam, a friend, a relative, you know, another job seeker. So you should just feel proud alone that you are able to do that. But I know that that's usually my motto. How can advertising agencies, these TV stations, radios, what measures do you think they can put in place to make sure that people they don't fall for these scams? Because I don't think a lot of them put any measures. You probably just pay them and they take the ad and they run it.
They don't really check if the document is really genuine. So they should be extra vigilant.
Exactly.
Yeah, check how authentic these opportunities can be, and then I think the country will be a better place for everyone.
Let me be quick to add to this one. I have been seeing adverts of those international travels, work and travel abroad. You see their posters. You see their posters in town. But one thing that will help you to identify that this issue is a job scam is that they always have cumbersome job description, and they have cumbersome requirements. They don't have specific requirement to a specific job. They will be like, oh, anybody is open up to. And the job description, you see a job description which is more of like an entry level, but has a lot of responsibilities. You have to check all those issues. I was also a victim of what Emmanuel, but what happened was that I was not having that $500 to actually pay like if I would have gotten it. Yes, because after national service, you are home 3 months, nothing is happening.
Of course.
There's no opportunity.
Of course. And these companies know that, so they prey on that vulnerability.
So I was there and I had an email. They claimed they are from Malaysia. Mine wasn't from Ghana, like they are from Malaysia. So they sent me an email. They said they want me to, very fortunate, they are giving me an opportunity to work in one of the oil and gas companies. So quickly I sent them an email and I was like, oh, I didn't do anything in oil and gas. And they asked me that, oh, if you've not done anything in oil and gas, can you do administration? Can you do accounting? Wow. So
fishy.
I moved on, I said, yes, I can do administration. So they gave me option reception and all this stuff.
Yeah, basic stuff.
Yeah, basic stuff, okay. I said, I will do reception. So I was there, they sent me the information, I filled it, gave all those necessary information to them. But the most interesting thing is that the advert was advertised on a very popular platform.
Exactly.
Very popular platform. And I didn't get the $500 to pay. By the time that that particular website, I don't want to mention name, was realized that some people are using their platform for fraudulent activity. It was like people has been duped. Yeah. So for my residential address where I'm going to stay, everything, and they were going to pay me $100,000 a year. Wow, too good to be true. So you have to be very careful. Too good to be true. Just identify.
And they also sent me about 30 visas. So just imagine the people who have been scammed.
And now they've taken your passport.
You know.
Exactly. They don't want me to get it.
So they hadn't get your passport back.
No. They asked me what am I doing.
And I agree with Seth. I think this is where some of these organizations that are supposed to represent employers, this is where they have to really put policies in place to tighten.
Not even necessarily.
But is there a way?
Like not the sensitization of it. Like we should create more awareness.
Yeah. Be desperate. The right time. Don't kill yourself. You have so many thoughts. Come on. You are human.
It's not worth it.
Oh no, but then
you don't mean like literally, right?
Yeah, but then I was so depressed.
Yeah. Wow.
I never spoke to anyone about this. You were the first person, as I told. You were the first person I told.
Wow.
I just didn't want to.
We said we need to learn more. We need to hear from you.
I just didn't want to confide in anyone for the person to ask me unnecessary questions. We're into extra vigilant. We are more into criticizing more than helping each other.
You should have been careful. And why did you? Oh, Emmanuel, why did you? I think we do a lot of that when sometimes we just have to acknowledge the situation, find the positive things, reassure the individual that things will get better, and then we just move on from it. So I really do appreciate you coming on and letting me speak.
Do the word is due diligence, and